How's it going? I'm Matt, and if you've noticed, you probably haven't noticed, I deleted all my other videos, so hopefully my 10 subscribers aren't upset with me for doing that. But anyways, I'm shooting a short film right now. It's going to be about 30-40 minutes long. By the time it's done, it should be up on my page in about 2 weeks. I just wanted to do some small videos before I put it up there. So I'm going to do a DVD review right now on some of my favorite DVDs. So basically the film that I'm doing right now, it's slightly influenced by Giallo films, and it's influenced by Italian horror films in the late 70s, early 80s, and slightly by American horror films in the 90s. And I'm about halfway through it right now, and we just today got the costume and all the stuff that we needed for the killer and stuff, so it's looking really awesome, hopefully. So anyways, for the DVD review, first I'm going to start with my favorite film of all time. And this, I don't think it's the greatest film of all time, but it's my favorite film of all time, my favorite director. And the movie's called Rabid Dogs. They had to change the title to Kidnap, but you see in the small fine print right there it says AKA Rabid Dogs. And the reason why is Mario Bava, I guess the producers couldn't finance the film at a certain point, and so the film was surrendered, and it was almost never seen. But then the actress in the film, years and years later, bought the film back, and in order to get it released, Mario's son Lamberto Bava had to redo some of the scenes. He had to shoot some new scenes to add onto it. I never even cared to watch that. It might be good, but Rabid Dogs, it's really just a really good movie. It's about these dudes that kidnap this chick, and they're traveling. They're trying to get away from the cops, and it's just got a huge twist in the end. You really don't even see it coming. It's just you think one thing's going on, and then you just realize that everything that you've been watching, none of it's this is a completely different side story. It's really well directed. They said it's the Italian version of Last House on the Left, but I like it 10 times better than I like Last House on the Left. And then another one of my favorite films, I really like this one, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. This is Dario Argento's first film, and it's really rad. It's about this guy, and he witnesses this murder. He's a writer, and basically one of the killers knows that he saw the murder or whatever, and he's just kind of toying with him. And it's really well done. And in fact, Argento wrote the screenplay. I think he wrote the screenplay, but I know he didn't come up with the story idea. Yeah, written and directed by Argento, but it was based on a book. And I don't really care for his second and third film, which is A Cat o' Nine Tails and Four Flies on Grey Velvet. They're all right. But his very first film is just one of my favorites that he's done, and I like a lot of his later films as well. Another film, this one's by Lucio Fulci. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but I love this movie, The New York Ripper. I mean, it's really perverse and violent. It's one of the most violent movies that he's ever made, but I love this movie so much. The killer, this guy's going around killing young women, and he quacks like a duck. I don't know what Lucio Fulci's obsession is with Donald Duck, but he incorporates Donald Duck into a lot of his films, whether it's just a doll or quacking like him, or I don't know. I mean, in his other film that he did, what's it called? The one where the little kids are getting killed, something about ducklings. Oh man, who could kill a duckling or something like that? I don't remember. Awesome movie, but yeah, he incorporates Donald Duck into it, and yeah, I just think that Lucio Fulci really likes Disney. It's kind of weird, but anyways, another film. This one's also by Lucio Fulci. I didn't really put these in order. I just kind of grabbed some of my DVDs for this. Is Touch of Death. This is really rad. I actually didn't think I was gonna like this. It was shot on video, and this was a TV movie that he did towards the end of his career. And it's really good. I mean, it kind of has a weird ending. It tries to be bizarre. Kind of has this Poe twist, and I didn't really like it that much, but I really like the movie. It's about this guy, and he basically just finds I don't know why this woman's attractive on the front. It's kind of misleading, because actually the whole plot is he finds unattractive women that have lots of money. He makes them fall in love with him, and then he eats them. So yeah, it's really good. And then I have this one, Murder Rock, and it's not my favorite Lucio Fulci film, but I had to buy it in order to watch it, and I do like it. It's just one of his more it just feels very mainstreamish. A lot of his films are definitely out there, not very mainstream, but this one, I mean, there's not a lot of gore in it, and it's pretty coherent. A lot of his earlier films are not coherent at all, The House by the Cemetery. In fact, I mean, if you can make sense of this movie, then and you can explain it to me, I'll give you $100, because I don't even think Lucio Fulci himself really knew what he was making. I just think that he was inspired by a lot of different films and just kind of made this film, but it's one of the greatest messes he's ever made. It's really scary at some of the parts. I love the gore. It's completely over the top. I don't know, it's one of my all-time favorite Lucio Fulci films, The House by the Cemetery. And then, let's see, Dario Argento's opera. This is one of my favorite Argento films. It's about this girl, and the lead actress in this opera gets hit by a car, and she has to like immediately take over the lead role. And this someone's obsessed with her, and he's killing all these people, and he's taping these needles underneath her eyes, like forcing her to watch people die. It's really, really good. It's one of his most inventive films that he's ever made. It's really creative. Not just the gore and death scenes, but I mean just the film shots. I mean, he really is like a master of his work, and this is one of his greatest films. And Shock. This is another Mario Bava one. In fact, I think this was one of his last ones that he ever did, if not the last one. I don't know for sure though. And I really, really like this movie. In fact, I don't get scared when I watch movies like House by the Cemetery. Parts of that scared me, but this movie, Shock, like pretty much scared me the whole way through. But you have to like have a taste for these kind of films. Like if you like the Amityville type of movies, and you'll probably really like this. Like it's just really, really scary. It's about this woman, and she moves back into the house where she used to live with her ex-husband, who was a heroin addict, and she used to use heroin with him. And the house is like possessed by these evil spirits and stuff, and it's got a really good twist in the end. It's one of my favorites. But anyways, I'll do another video soon, and hopefully I'll have a trailer in my video up probably in the next couple of weeks.